Ahoy, Scurvy Banana here. If you're a big fan of pirates and are looking to support smaller teams while also watching the ongoing development of new games within the swashbuckling niche, you might want to have a gander at the games I'll be talking about today. I've picked out 5 games that feature a variety of gameplay yet maintain sea-roving themes as particular to my interests. Hopefully, at least one of these ends up being a treasure for you. Also, feel free to like, comment, and sub my channel to keep up with more videos about games about pirates. Thanks. Disclaimer, as of recording, these games are early access titles, which means by definition they are not complete and finished end products. All features presented within them are subject to change. Corsairs Legacy by Ukrainian studio Maris had a bit of a rough launch during the late January of 2024. Despite being very clearly marked as early access, a lot of initial reviews were marred by just how early the game managed to launch. As of July 24th, 2024, a substantial update was released that begins to push the game into a direction more favorable to those who had initially sought it at its start. This would be the first free-play update, which aims to bring options of open-world gameplay as opposed to the initial linear structure. Personally, Corsairs Legacy piques my interest as it's very clearly heavily inspired by the cult classic Russian game series Sea Dogs, or Age of Pirates, or Corsairs, where it gets its name, depending on which country's localization you have played. These are very large games I can best describe as vast pirate simulator role-playing games, with their biggest fault seeming to be their general jankiness and age. Corsairs Legacy, on the other hand, aims to take the same style of gameplay but blast it into a more modern gaming landscape, and so far I think it has a promising future. Rum Gun is a solo-developed pirate-themed ARPG by Borington. It is akin to something such as Diablo or maybe Path of Exile and features old-school stylized 3D graphics. It initially went into early access May 1st of 2020, but is set to have its full launch August 25th of 2024, just around the corner. Besides having over 30 different weapon types, a 4-act-long single-player campaign with full voice acting, randomly generated maps for an infinite mode, heavy alcoholism, ship battles, and multiplayer options, this game lets you kick a zombie in half while playing the fiddle. Something that's very noticeable about this one to me is that it is very apparent that this is a passion project, but it doesn't seem to ever get lost in its scope, and I really feel it's a sleeping cult hit. Seablip came out to early access on May 17th of 2024 by the solo developer Yardar and is hoping to come to full fruition as a finished product over the course of a year. It is something of a side-scroller that features incredibly beautiful pixel art in a world with fantastical quests, bounty hunting, fishing, puzzles, farming, ship combat, and even some town-building elements. I've recently sunk a bit of time into this one and can feel comfortable recommending it, as it seems to sit in some sort of interesting in-between pixel piracy, Stardew Valley, FTL Faster Than Light, and Don't Sink. Also, so far it seems to be getting updated on a fairly steady basis, which is a good sign because at this point I think the only issue with Seablip is there simply isn't more of it yet. Captain Bones: A Pirate's Journey is an open-world third-person action role-playing game. It came to Steam's Early Access July 27th, 2022 by World of Poly, and aims to have a full release sometime within 2024. With its simplified graphics set, it endorses all the hallmarks of a great pirate game. Third-person action combat complete with ship porting, Age of Sail boat combat, island explorations and quests. I think the potential is really there for this one. to sit with the best of them. Sea of Survivors is a highly addictive, ship-based bullet hell that appeared on October 18th, 2023 by Nah Yeah Games. It shares gameplay similar to that of the recent Vampire Survivors craze, but with the idea that you're controlling a sailboat that cannot stop moving with the wind. As it sits now, I really love this one. I understand there is a bit of disconnect between players and the development team as they very infrequently communicate their current developments and roadmap, but I hear from their Discord posts the next set of updates will be greatly expanding the Sea of Survivors landscape, seascape? Yeah, maybe that's the right word. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Today's monkey fact directly relates to our favorite topic of Caribbean pirates. Nearly all of the islands in the Caribbean only have monkeys as invasive species after they were brought there by sailors.